everyone. Welcome back or welcome to the Grown Girl Tarot. I can see that there are new subscribers here and I truly do appreciate you all so much. Thank you for choosing me out of the many tarot readers out there. I hope that you enjoyed my readings as much as I did, and thank you so much for your patience and support as always, and for growing with me through this channel, because I know that sometimes, I don't know, okay, I may still kind of be afraid of putting myself out there and allowing myself to read, because sometimes there is this lack of self-trust here. And I want to thank you for putting so much faith in me, and I really, really do appreciate it. So as you can see, I have with you here Archangel Michael. I love him like so freaking much. Like, he's one whom I work with on like a daily basis, and honestly he's pretty easy and comfortable to work with. So maybe through this reading that is your sign to work with Archangel Michael as well. So yes. Anyways, this reading consists of 3 questions that I'm going to ask him using my tarot deck. So the first question is a truth that you need to know right now. A truth that, oh, what is that word? A truth that will set you free. Yes, I've been called to tell you like something. There is a truth that you must know right now, okay? And the second question is, how is he protecting you? How is Archangel Michael protecting you? The third question is, how is he blessing you? So today we are going to look at 3 questions using tarot decks, my different tarot decks today, okay? And I really hope that you enjoy it. And lastly, we will be using the Archangel Michael Oracle deck to see other additional messages he has for you, and that's the end of the reading. So as you can see, we have 3 cards here for you to choose from, and these are the different forms of Archangel Michael, and you can choose which image you are drawn to the most. Of course, you can pick more than one. Just go with where your intuition tells you, or how you feel about which image you are the most drawn to, or which words or colors or images. Basically, how do you feel when you look at these cards, and which is the one that is calling to you? Okay, just follow your intuition, follow your gut, okay? So take your time and I will see you in your reading, okay? See you there. Hi, welcome back, pile number 1. And if you picked this image of Archangel Michael, then this is going to be your reading for today. So look at this image up close, and we have you are protected, and thank you so much, Archangel Michael, for surrounding me with a protective light. And you can use this affirmation as and when you like, pile number 1. And I don't know why I'm getting this message. I can see that you have kind of like an affinity with Archangel Michael, so probably this is your sign to work with him. And yeah, he looks very angelic over here, honestly speaking. And before I start this reading, I'm going to have to let you know that this is a collective reading, okay? This is a collective reading. Not everything will resonate. Please take responsibility for yourself if you know that this is not going to resonate with you, okay? And you have the free will to check out other piles or my any other readings, or other amazing tarot readers out there, and I'm sure you know what to do for yourself, okay? So please remember that if the messages don't resonate, check out another pile, check out another reading, or check out other tarot readers out there, okay? So let's get started, shall we? And we'll just leave this aside, and yes, okay. So look, ta-da-da, we have, I'm finally using like a new tarot deck other than Rider-Waite Tarot. Actually, I love using the Rider-Waite Tarot, but today I just feel called to use something new, and here we are. So let's start with the first question, which is a truth that will set you free, okay? And here we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, let's start. Cool. I feel like with the 8 of Wands here, you are actually much more capable and protected and supported, and you are more consistent than you think you are. Whenever I look at the 8 of Wands, I always think about downloads, like spiritual downloads from like the universe, from like spirit, or whatever you believe in. And since this is a reverse card, I feel like there is like a lack of movement here in your life. And you might think that, oh, am I doing anything wrong? Or why are things so slow? Or because Eight of Wands in the upright, it's like a fast moving card, right? But it's in the reverse, it's like things are just stuck here. But actually, Archangel Michael wants me to tell you this truth that will set you free is that, hey, that is just an illusion. You think that you are actually stuck here, but actually you are moving much more, like you are moving so much. You are moving much more faster than you think you are. And I know that this is a truth that you may really want to hear, because deep down, I feel like you know the answer deep down, but you kind of let your ego tell you otherwise, and it could be your fear talking. But Archangel Michael wants me to tell you that, hey, the fears are just an illusions of the mind, thinking that, since things are just very stuck in the 3D, it means that I'm not going anywhere, or it means that, things are going to be like this forever. But no, you are actually moving so much more faster, and things are much more prepared for you in the 5D more than the 3D. It's just in the material world, it has not yet been presented to you, but that doesn't mean that, it is not happening it's not happening behind the scenes. And I feel like this is a truth that you need to know right now, and a truth that will set you free. Okay. Another truth that will set you free is that if you have any other inspirations or ideas of what you need to do right now, what you're supposed to do right now, you can definitely move ahead with it, because this is actually your intuition, Archangel Michael, letting you know that, hey, I've sent you this message, I have told you everything you wished for, I've sent you through signs and synchronicities, even through your crown chakra, your third eye chakra. And are you looking at it? Is what he wants to ask you, because I can see that some of you are kind of avoiding it, or even hiding it somewhere, or just don't want to face what you are supposed to be doing. Because I can see that there is okay, so this is for another group of people, okay? But if the previous one that I mentioned, it really resonates with this part, then you can take it as well, okay? I feel like the reason why you think that things are moving really slowly is because you yourself have not been taking any action. I know that this can seem really harsh and really triggering, and I know that it's easier said than done. They're like, oh, you make it seem so easy, or like taking action is it really that easy? If it's really that easy, we would all just do what we want to do. Okay, and I know this is going to be kind of triggering for some of you, and I'm here to tell you that, hey, even though life is moving really slowly right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't take any action. Okay, like, just because life is kind of stagnant for you, it doesn't mean that you have to just throw everything up into the universe. Like, for me personally, I don't believe in that. I feel like fate is in our hands. I believe that destiny is in our hands. And yes, of course, if it becomes too much, it will become like you're trying to micromanage the universe. And I feel like you are kind of throwing everything up to the wind. So you're moving from one extreme to another. So if this is for you, then whichever inspiration and creativity, and it doesn't really have to be a creative work. Basically, it just have to be like some idea that you have. Okay, regardless of what idea is it, because it's the Wands card, right? So Wands, I'm getting there is so much fire and passion and creativity, and just new sense of life force energy that is stirring, that is burning within you. But for some reason, you have been avoiding it, or you just don't want to face it, because you'll be like, hey, let me just go with the flow. Let me tell you, what does it mean with go with the flow in this situation is that the more you take action, the more you act on this idea that you have, the more the universe can make it even more quicker for things to really manifest in the 3D. Otherwise, it's just going to stay stuck in, like, I can see it in the 5D, I can see that it's coming, but actually it's not being reflected back over here. Because that's the thing, there is a lack of movement, lack of action, okay, is what I want to say. And for the ones that I just mentioned, the very first part, the very first group of people for you, if you have been taking a lot of action, if you have been not being seeing a lot of results, but you have been consistently taking action, then Archangel Michael wants to tell you that, hey, you are not as stuck as you think you are, okay? And that the more you take action and the more you surrender to the flow of the universe, and that doesn't mean that, you know, you get to just throw everything out, just like there's another part of another group of you, then it will be reflected here so much more. It will be coming to you so much more, okay? And that you don't have to be afraid, because I feel like, so this energy can resonate with a lot of you, because there is a lot of fears here. And look at all of those wands with like flowers blooming over the wands, because I can see all of your ideas, okay? Whatever it is that you are very inspired by, whatever it is that you feel so called to, that you just can't seem to shake it off, okay? Because it's just like, oh, I feel this like urge to really move forward, but at the same time I feel really stuck. So it kind of feels like a freeze response in the nervous system, and if so, I'm sending you so much love, okay? And I'm so sorry that if what I'm saying really trigger you, then, like I said, I'm not meant to I'm not here to tell you like what you're supposed to do, but it's just, like I said, if you've been feeling really called to do something, do it. Do it, really. And like I previously mentioned, the more you take action, and after taking action, you surrender it to Spirit, you surrender it to Archangel Michael, he will make the results for you. Okay, like he will create the results from your actions, which is something that is in the external world, is not something that you can control. Okay, and there is like a control here that you must let go of. Okay, and for those of you that resonate with it, then yes. And for those of you who resonate with the one where you need to take action, you definitely need to take action. Okay, because I can see that, you know, there's just so much blessings and manifestations that is waiting to come true, but it can't if you are just going to not do anything. Okay, and you can't just expect things to just happen for you. Okay, so the truth that will set you free, which depending on whichever you resonate with, or you resonate with both with what I'm saying, please find a balance. If you are the one that takes a lot of action, but you can't seem to sort of control like the outside world, if you can't seem to see any results, please be patient. Okay, please be patient. Because, okay, I'm getting a message is now is not the time to see the results. It's not the time for you to see the results yet. But if you consistently put in the effort, you will. Okay, and for another part of you is, if you have not been doing anything, please start. Please do. This is going to help you more than you think. Okay, and that I know that there are so many fears attached to it. Okay, you might not see that this idea is going to bloom into something big, because it is. Look at all of the wands here. They are blooming with something. And there is no wand that is just empty. You know, normally we look at the 8 of Wands, it's just like, because in this deck we can see like pink flowers blooming onto it, right? But normally with the Rider-Waite Tarot, we just see like some sort of small leaves and all that stuff. This is why this will bring you something big, and whatever it is that you want, as long as you act on this idea, as long as you start moving, you are going to see the results that you create. I'm here to tell you that this is the truth that will set you free, because you can't just lay low, or you can't just be micromanaging the universe anymore. And that you can't just wait for everything to be prepared first. You can't just wait for everything to be presented to you in black and white forms, then you want to take action. Or that you want the external world, or that you want instant gratification. Okay, so, or that once you start putting your work out there, you want to see immediate results, but that is not going to work. The reason why you're not seeing any results yet is because you have still been tying your self-worth, or like whatever it is that it means about you. Oh, because if this does not show any results, it must mean that this is not an idea that I can continue. This is not something that I can continue moving on, because I'm not seeing any results. Spirit is not showing me anything, so it must mean that this is not for me. No. There could be a certain truth to that, but in this case, no. Saturn energy is coming to discipline, commitment, patience, persistence, determination, hard work. You are not going to just lie your way out of that. No. I don't know why I'm getting a message. Spirit will haunt you to the point when you start taking action, or to the point when you don't let control stop you from moving forward. Because I feel like this is a test, this is a lesson that Archangel Michael wants to let you know that, hey, if you really want what you want, you gotta have faith. You gotta carry the faith within you. You got to let yourself know that even if I'm not seeing any results, even if fear scares the shit out of me, I will still do it. I will still allow the universe to do its job. Because this is a very powerful time. I can see that I'm getting like within 1 to 3 months, this is a very powerful time for you to make your manifestations come true and to co-create with the universe. Because if you are going to just sleep your way through, I'm sorry, then you're not going to get what you want. Whatever tarot readers that you see out there, like, oh, hey, I'm going to get this blessing within 6 months. Oh, hey, I'm going to get this blessing within like 3 months, whatever. You're not going to see it come through for you. Because there's no action, or there is no consistency. Or that you're just acting depending on like the amount of likes, the number of like people giving you validation and compliments. That's not going to work anymore. This old way has passed. Pile number 1. Okay, so yeah, that's all that I have for you with the 8 of Wands here. And the next question is, how is Archangel Michael protecting you? Okay, cool. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Excuse me, I was just burping. Okay. Okay, so we have the King of Cups here in the reverse. How is Archangel Michael protecting you? I feel like he's protecting you with all of the fears that you have cultivated from your past. I know this can seem like a very weird message, or like, this is not the right way to read King of Cups in reverse. No, this is how I read. Too bad. Okay, anyways, cool. So with the King of Cups here, I'm just seeing he is protecting you from all of the fears. From people, from your own self-doubt, whatever it is that your ego has been creating you, whatever your ego has been limiting you. Because let me tell you, you are just a few more steps to really reaching like the King of Cups. And I can see that with the King of Cups in the reverse, I'm seeing someone who has lost their life force, sense of life force energy. Someone who really doesn't really believe in love anymore. Someone like love doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, love can be found anywhere. So I can see that you have sort of lost that new sense of love within you, or you have lost touch with your joy, is what I'm getting. And I feel like Archangel Michael wants to protect this side of you. The side of you that sees life in a very different way, has a very different perspective to society itself. Because it kind of seems like you have given yourself away or given your power away to other people that can actually create your joy. But let me tell you here, Pound 1, you are the one that can create your own joy. Nobody is going to be here to tell you what to do and what not to do. And how is Archangel Michael protecting you? He doesn't want you to lose your sense of self to others. He doesn't want you to lose the happiness that you have always wanted for yourself. You know, as a kid, what do you enjoy doing? Do you have like a sort of like a journal as a kid? Or maybe you can, you know, recall it. Maybe you can read that journal maybe you can dig that journal up, or wherever you keep in your home, or if let's say if you have thrown that journal away, maybe you can start to reignite with that sense of self, that inner child, that childishness sorry, that childishness within you, because I can see that you have become really serious or overburdened with a lot of responsibilities that you have really given all of your energy away, and he doesn't want you to be so serious in life. And then in order for you to balance a sense of joy with seriousness in life, is to just do the things that you love. Look at the dolphins here. They are such joy to be around, isn't it? Maybe that's a calling for you to go out into the sea, or like, you know, find some place to meditate near, like, you know, lakes, ponds, river. Maybe that's your sign. And I feel like Archangel Michael will show you where you want to go, because with the King of Cups here, I can see that you are normally someone who is very intuitive, someone who is very connected with your own feelings, your own body, your feminine energy even, because this entire card is the color pink, and I always think about Goddess Aphrodite whenever I look at the color pink. So there may be some parts of you that you are losing yourself to others, and Archangel Michael wants you to find yourself back. And what I mean by finding yourself back is by really truly asking yourself, what really makes me really happy? What motivates me? Not as a sense of wanting to earn money or like wanting to gain something, but just follow your joy, because this is very sacred. Do you know how important joy is? Because if we lose that sense of joy within us, we will lose that life force energy, we'll lose touch with everything that we have, and we will just and we will not be able to appreciate the blessings all around us. We will not be able to look at life in a youthful way. Because I feel like that's what he wants to say, because there is a lot of your essence that it's like slowly dripping away one by one. I don't know what is really causing this, but it could be, you know, you have so much responsibilities and obligations that you need to fulfill, which I totally understand, okay? I'm not trying to say that, you have to remove all of your obligations and responsibilities and just run free. Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say, okay? Maybe if you want to, maybe this could be a sign, I don't know, okay? But he wants to ask you this: is this really what you want in life? Do you just want to always be so serious? Not even allowing yourself, not even allowing, you know, that love to flow through you right now, even towards yourself, because he can see that you're holding a lot of yourself back, and that this joy, it's always hidden within you. Dolphins are so pure and they're so cute, you know. What is it that made you lose your touch? What is it that made you lose your sense of joy? Because this is not worth giving up on. And if other people told you that, you know, you need to sacrifice yourself for them, or like, no, you need to do things for them, you need to sacrifice your time, your joy, your well-being, your health for them, that is not the kind of person that you want, isn't it? Because I don't know why I'm seeing like some of you may be stuck in like a relationship that isn't healthy, or that you need to set boundaries but you're afraid to. You need to say no. No is a very powerful word. It can really allow you to tell yourself that, hey, I have the capability to protect myself. And Archangel Michael, he wants you to find this part of yourself back, this new way of looking at life. I'm actually thinking about the card Expand Your Consciousness by the Gods and Goddesses and Guardians Oracle deck. Expanding your consciousness, yeah. Because you are very limited right now. You are very stuck in one perspective right now, that you're not opening yourself up to see more. I'm thinking of somebody, you know, who has a lot of life experiences, and they would always use their life experiences to determine something, you know. I'm thinking, I really want to share this experience with my dad as well, because I feel a need to. So whenever we are planning to travel, you know, like he wants to travel to like a certain country, he would always ask like advice, or like he would always ask the opinions of others, or like, you know, should I head to this country, should I not go, should I go? But for me personally, I don't see why do you need to ask other people, should I visit that country? Because I feel like everybody has different perspectives and opinions about that. And it's like, you want to visit this certain country, but when like his friend said that, oh, this is boring, this is not fun, you know, you're not going to waste your money and hit there. And I'm like, why? Like, I feel like every traveling brings like a new perspective. So you're not just, you know, limited to one. Or like, this country is boring. No, okay, fine, I'm not going to go. Then he tells me that, okay, I don't want to go anymore because my friend said that this country is boring, or that there is nothing to see there. But you yourself have not even been to that country. How do you know you're not going to like it? Right? It's like you're literally just giving your power away. And being able to travel like anywhere, even just somewhere close to us, like Malaysia, I feel like it's really such a huge blessing, because I'm getting out of my own country. I'm looking at other countries with fresh eyes. And probably this is what you need to do. You need to look at things in a new, fresh lens. You can't just keep yourself stuck in just looking at it with just like one picture. But what about the rest? Maybe what your friends call it boring or naive or childish is exactly the thing that you need right now. And because with the King of Cups in reverse, I can see that there's just so much pain and hurt. It's like you're trying to like sacrifice yourself, or like you don't want other people to think that you're naive or childish, or like you're just innocent. Everybody has their own inner child to cater to, but sadly, you know, not a lot of us knows how to take care of our inner child. And the most important thing is to talk to them, ask them. Redefine your sense of joy. What do you enjoy as a kid? I know that I enjoy chasing celebrities when I was a kid. And I still do. I still enjoy chasing celebrities, honestly. Yeah. He doesn't want you to lose this side of yourself. Okay, this naivety, this innocence, this part of you that likes to dream even. Maybe a lot of you, there's maybe you like to watch like fairy tale movies, or you like to watch like Disney movies, you know, happily ever after. Let yourself dream. Let yourself play. Let yourself relax, because that's what you need, and that's what he wants to protect you. And that is how he's protecting you, yes. So like I mentioned, you know, he wants to protect you from really just the seriousness and the responsibilities and obligations that you have in your life, which is, of course, you know, there is a time and place for seriousness and responsibilities, but do you really have to do it like every minute, every second of your day? Is there a way to really, you know, separate your time, or maybe just dedicate like 30 minutes or an hour to just dance, to just be free? Because the more you're just running away from play, you know, from rest, the more you're running away from yourself, because joy is the most important thing when it comes to life itself. Life can have so much burden and challenges and obstacles for us to climb. But if you're just going and going, doing and doing and doing, and you're not even stopping to really examine, to really look at your feminine energy, to really connect with it, you are not going to be able to hang there for long, because one day you're just going to get so burnt out and depleted. And that is what he doesn't want to see you in this way, pound number one. He wants you to consistently engage and play. Engage with a sense of naivety and curiosity. Looking at yourself, looking at others with like a brand new perspective, because that is what is the most important thing. Life has so much to offer. You have so much to offer. But what about you? Have you ever stopped to think about what you need to offer yourself? Maybe you can look up like dolphin spirit. Maybe they can teach you something. Your inner child could be really significant. Your feminine energy is also very important. Love is the highest expression of all, and you can't just be running away, or you can't just be expecting love to just fall into place when you yourself can't even experience love for yourself or experience joy. Because when life is hard, that's when you lean into joy. And when you don't, you will just get so freaking burnt out. Okay, and I really hope that you would consider this, because this is what Archangel Michael wants to protect you. Like, how is he protecting you? This is what he wants to protect you. Okay? So, last but not least, we have how is Archangel Michael blessing you? So, funny. He wants to bless you with the Ace of Swords. Whew. Do you know what it is already, part one? I feel like he definitely wants to bless you with able to see the truth, able to take off rose-colored glasses in all kinds of situations in your life. He wants you to he wants to bless you with like knowing how to differentiate between the truth and the illusions of your ego. And the truth is determined by you. You are the only one that can set the rules of what truth is, okay? He doesn't want to see you getting hurt anymore. So I feel like there is a lot of you could really be hurt and betrayed by your past. And by you absorbing the wisdom and the information that you have gained, and by you reflecting, he is blessing you with a new profound sense of clarity and disillusionment and discerning qualities. Look at this card. He's holding the sword as well. And I'm getting an image of like somebody really just cutting through the sword and like really just breaking free from all of the illusions that whoever has placed it upon you. And this is what he really wants to bless you with. He doesn't want you to just be in your mind or like stay stuck for it for a very long time. He wants you to like see the truth. Okay, I can already see that this is my anxiety talking, or this is my ego talking. This is not my intuition. This is not from Archangel Michael. This is not what I need to know right now. Because like this is not true in a situation. I feel like he's blessing you with a new beginning. A new beginning of like so much mental clarity is coming. Maybe you have been asking for answers and you've been asking for justice. I'm thinking about some sort of justice in a situation, and I feel like justice will win. Justice always wins. I don't know if you believe in that, but I believe in so much. I believe justice will pay back to whatever it is that needs to be paid, or like karma will be balanced. Nobody can just do something and then just run away from it. That's impossible. Whether is it from your own guilt, or whether is it from, from society or from law itself, like those people can never run away with it. If you've been asking for some sort of situation in your life where it needs a lot of justice, where you need to see something clearly, he's blessing you with it. I feel like he wants me to tell you that he wants to bless you with the ability to do good things in the world. Yes. And what I mean by good things is the ones that you hold in high regards with, like your values, your integrity. He wants you to stick to your character and your values and integrity. This is what he's blessing you with. And whenever you're doing something that is out of alignment, or this is not in alignment with your truth, there is always some sort of warning bell that he will come to reach you. He will come to tell you that, and you will have to, I feel like you will know it. Like, honestly, you will know it, because this is going to be quite loud from your intuition even. Or it's just some download that you receive from Archangel Michael. Because he can see that you have a good judge of character, but sometimes you may or may not act in ways that are not really in alignment with your highest truth, in your highest reality. Because sometimes, and I totally get it, I'm not saying that, you need to keep yourself at a high standard like all the time. It's okay to make a mistake. It's definitely okay, but I feel like he's blessing you with the ability to look at situations in your life, reflecting on past experiences, on where have you misjudged yourself or others, or where have you been sacrificing your sense of character and integrity, because he doesn't want you to just follow the rules of society and mainstream. Yeah, he doesn't want you to follow the rules of mainstream society. He wants you to find out your own character, like what really aligns with you. How do you want to be seen out in the world? It's like, for example, let's say you prioritize honesty. Okay, have you really been honest with yourself first? Have you? You can't just say that you prioritize honesty and therefore like lie to yourself. That is not going to work, because that is not in alignment with your character. And before you really go out into the world, you gotta have to discover and really find what has meaning for you, because this is what he's blessing you with. He doesn't want you to live a life of you just following other people's character. He wants you to develop a sense of moral code in you. Let's say you are being disrespected by someone and you get really upset and angry. This is a sign that respect is in your values. Respect is a part of your character. And that you need to respect yourself first before you can demand respect from others, isn't it? If you can't even do that for yourself, how can you expect to demand like boundaries? How can you expect to set boundaries and demand respect from others if you're not going to do it for yourself? Everything starts within you first, okay? And another thing that he's blessing you with is a very strong voice. Yeah, he definitely wants to bless you with. Like, you have a very strong throat chakra. You have profound words and wisdom to be shared with yourself, to be shared with others. And sometimes I feel like you may downplay your truths, or you may hide your truths in order to appease others. And Archangel Michael really wants to ask you, is this really worth it? This truth is being blessed by the divine. This truth is being blessed by me. How are you using your sword of truth? Okay, and I always stand by in my values is that truth doesn't have to be blunt. You don't have to cut your truth with others. No, you don't. You share it with love and compassion. And this is when you will have to learn how to phrase your question. You have to learn how to phrase this truth that is being sent out to you. Just like what I'm channeling right now, I have to decide a way to speak with love and compassion. I can't just like blatantly like, oh, you fool, you need to respect yourself. Like, I'm not gonna do that, right? Because that's really rude. That's incredibly rude. As much as this is a lot of people, honestly, I feel like they mask up like honesty, or like they'll be like, oh, this is how I am that blunt. If you can't accept it, then leave it. Like, no. Like, I myself, I have a thirst for truth, but I don't want to use my truth to cut other people, because that is so rude. Can you imagine if someone doing that to me? I would feel so hurt, isn't it? And wouldn't that for you too? So how are you using your words? Are you using your words to appease others? Because this is what I'm seeing here. If this truth that you have been denying, then you're not fully utilizing this gift from Archangel Michael. And I know truth can be very hurtful. I understand. I totally understand, okay? I'm not trying to like judge you or shame you or say that, oh, there is something wrong with you. Like, no. I know how difficult this can be, because sometimes I do that too. I totally understand this energy. But what is it that you're really afraid of? The reason why you're so afraid of this truth, of your voice, your words, is because you are so afraid of what other people might think about you. And trust me, if you stay aligned with your values, if you stay aligned with, like, if you go according to like your sense of character, your moral code, honestly, however the other person looks at this truth is how they are going to react to it. And you can't control yourself by being, you can't stop your truth just because you want to appease others, just because you're afraid of what other people might think. Because no matter how you speak, you are going to trigger others, like the Ace of Swords here, because I can see that there is a lot of triggering that is happening. Possibly in the past, you may have used your voice to help others, but the other person might just like judge you, or like, who are you to judge, or who are you to say this, or blah, 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 blah. And you might feel really hurt. You might, but you don't want to accept this part of yourself. But this is what is Archangel Michael blessing you with. And as much as you think that it's a curse, okay, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, okay? Depending on how you use it. It really depends on how you use it. Because once you are fully awakened to this energy, let me tell you, that's one hell of a shit. That's powerful shits you are carrying. Because there is a lot of people out there that denies the truth. But you, no. You are one that seeks the truth in everything. You are not for the ones that are just looking for surface level stories or whatever shit. Like, no. If you use your throat chakra, well, let me tell you, you're going to inspire and trigger others at the same time. And that you can't help it, because this is what is being blessed by Archangel Michael. And I want to say again, your truth depends on what you deemed as truth for yourself. Okay, everybody's truth is going to be very different. But for a lot of us, for a lot of other people who doesn't really want to see what is exactly happening. Okay, like somebody who just lives in illusionment, they will forever live in illusionment. Let me tell you, like they don't want to be awake. Let's say, you have been giving advice to like others. Let's say if somebody asks you for advice, okay, because if somebody doesn't ask you for advice, then honestly I feel like we should not just blatantly give out our advice, okay? But if someone does ask for our advice and our honest opinion, and we do give them, and in the end they ended up shaming you, they ended up judging you, because they don't want to hear the truth. All they want to hear is just what they have known to hear deep within. Like, let's say they just want someone to tell them, like they just want someone to validate them, but that's not what you are going to do here. No, you don't just validate someone for the sake of validating them. You tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. I know that possibly you may be hurt by truths given by others as well. And this is why you could be afraid of this ability of yours. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry for all of the hurt that you think that you may have caused others, or that others may have caused you. I'm so sorry. But believe me, your words have power. They have an impact on others. Whatever, even if what you think you said is just really hurting other people, or that I should just shut my mouth, in the end, they will be grateful for you. They'll be like, oh, what they say was right. Like, I have been lying to myself. And let's say if you're in no contact with this person or whatever, their higher self wants to thank you. Thank you for the truth that everybody else have been running away from, but only you are the one and only truthful person that they truly admire and inspire. Because the truth always eventually prevails. Even if it's something that's been blinding your mind, blinding you for the moment, not for long, it's going to come true, because Archangel Michael, he's a protector of truth. And this is really what he wants to bless you with. Such powerful impact. You have such a powerful presence as well. Look at this. I don't know if you can see, there's some sort of like shining light. See, you shine a light on what has been hidden in the darkness. You shine a light where other people may have been running away from. And no matter which story you resonate with, whether is it you have been denying yourself this ability, or you may not even realize you have this ability, okay, or others may have caused hurt with their so-called truth. I don't believe in bluntness, okay? I believe in honesty with respect. And if you too honor your honesty and truth with respect and compassion, okay, and regardless of you denying that part or others shame that side of you, I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry, but I really hope that you will see this more as a blessing than a curse, because if you use it wisely, you are unstoppable, because you are helping to make the world a better place. You are helping to make you and yourself, okay, yourself first and others. You are inspiring them and yourself, okay, and you are not letting the truth cover you and blind you. You are opening other people's eyes to see the truth, and you are letting other people know that, hey, since they can share their truth, so can I. Millions and millions of people are being inspired by you. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but yeah, millions and millions of people are going to be inspired by you. Okay, and I really pray and I hope that Archangel Michael will continue to bless you, because we need a lot of truth seekers out there. We do need. Okay, we need people to stop hiding in the shadows. We need people to stop using the light as a form of truth, when actually truth is always hiding beneath the surface, on what we see, on what we hear. Sometimes what we see or what we hear might not be true. And this is when your ability to cut through the rose-colored glasses, to cut through every piece of shit, this is when your ability comes in. And this is, a lot of people may appreciate you, will appreciate you for this, but some people, they will run away from that and they will dump their shit on you. They will get triggered and they will just, act as if like you are the fault. But please don't be afraid of your truth, is what Archangel Michael wants to tell you, because this is what it is that you got to help yourself in the world. Okay, so this is so powerful. I love this so freaking much. Power 1. Okay, so now I'm taking like additional oracle cards to see what else does Archangel Michael have for you. So we will see what additional messages he wants to say. Okay, we have increase your knowledge. Okay, we have trust your angels. We have you will manifest what you need, and and we have your loved ones are safe. Okay, maybe I'll just put this aside and okay, these are some additional messages that Archangel Michael wants to have for you. So if you have been really wanting something, manifesting something, like I mentioned with the 8 of Wands, you have gotten it, or you will be getting it soon in the next few days. Okay, and always, like I said, like trust your angels. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying with the 8 of Wands, is that whatever it is that you've been desiring, you gotta have to put consistent movement. And if you are the one that has been putting a lot of effort and action on the external world, you've been taking a lot of action, if you have been really consistently working hard and putting yourself out there, you need to let go of control. You need to trust. That is the most important thing. You need to trust your angels. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Yes, trust that heaven has a perfect plan. Exactly. You got to stop micromanaging the universe. Okay, and depending on which side you really resonate with, please find a balance. Please don't swing from one extreme to another. Okay, and once you stop attaching yourselves to outcome and how you're being seen by the world, this is when your manifestation will come in. Okay, and increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunity. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. There is a lot of new perspectives and insights that you may gain from whichever knowledge that you pick up on. And we have your loved ones are safe. That's so beautiful. Yeah, he's always looking after your loved ones. Okay, and the most important thing is really trust. Trust that he will always be here. He will always be guiding you. He will always be protecting you and supporting you and encouraging you, because this is what he wants for you. This is what he wants for you, for your highest good. Okay, and increasing your knowledge is also very important. So like I was saying, please don't be just limited to one thing. Okay, and that expanding your perspective, expanding your consciousness is very, very important. You can't just consistently give your power away and always think that what others say is right. But what about you? Have you really, truly, fully opened yourself up to new doors of opportunity? Or are you just hearing it based on what other people are saying? Because what other people are saying is just their experiences. What about you? What about you, really? Okay, so go out, look out at the world more, look at it with fresh eyes, and don't just keep yourself stuck in just one perspective, please. Okay, and your loved ones are safe always. So please trust Archangel Michael to really protect them. Okay, to really protect them, because he is. He is. Put your full faith and trust in your angels and Archangel Michael. Okay, so wow, so that's the end of today's reading from Archangel Michael, and wow, I really hope that you enjoy this reading from him. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. Thank you so much for sharing your truths with me. And I want to thank Spirit and the angels and Archangel Michael and the universe for allowing me to read for you. I am so honored. I'm so thankful. And I really do appreciate all of you who are here. Okay, thank you so much for giving your time with me. I really appreciate, and I love you all. Okay, do give me a like and subscribe if you think that my channel, The Grown Girl Tarot, really resonates with you, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in the next reading. Okay, and if you're interested, like I said, you can like and you can subscribe and you can comment to see if this reading resonates, and please be respectful and kind to each other. This community is going to be a safe space for people who actually do resonate with one another. Okay, and what else? I forget to mention, but if you're interested, you can definitely check out my podcast, Life by Pam Podcast, and it's available in Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And yeah, this is my first time promoting my podcast, but I just want to say that if you're interested, okay, there's no force here. Yeah, if you're interested, you can definitely check them out in either of the apps. And yeah, thank you so much, pile number 1, and I'll see you in my next reading. And bye! Hi, welcome back, pile number 2. So if you picked this image of Archangel Michael, then this is going to be your reading for today. So I'm going to start by laying out the cards for the very first question, which is a truth that will set you free, a truth you need to know right now. Please remember that this is a collective reading, so not everything will resonate, okay? Please take responsibility for yourself. If you know that this doesn't resonate for you, okay, you have the free will to check out other piles or my other readings or other amazing tarot readers out there, okay? You know what to do. I trust it. You know what to do, okay? So let's get started, shall we? So look at this beautiful Archangel Michael, and yeah, he's really good looking, isn't it? I don't know why I'm even saying it, but maybe you could be somebody who is really attractive to a lot of people, and you know, the first thing that people notice you, it could be your beauty, of course, you know, the first thing that a lot of us notice is the physical beauty and appearance of someone, and this doesn't have to be surface level, you know, and like I said, there's a lot of depth within you. You know, it doesn't just have to be just your physical appearance, but you could be somebody that has a lot of depth within you, and yeah, you have a lot to give to the world. You have a lot of love to offer to the world, and Archangel Michael wants to thank you for that. Okay, so let's put him aside. Oopsie. Wait, let's see if I get it in the frame. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, I forget to wear my crystals, so I'm just gonna wear it right now, so before I can start channeling messages. So give me a while. Okay. I forget to wear my crystals. Okay. See. Okay, cool. Give me a while. Okay, thank you so much for being so patient with me. I'm literally just taking out my crystals in the most randomest time, but anyways. Okay, let's get started. So the first question is a truth that will set you free. Look at me. I'm finally using like a new tarot deck, and I'm just so excited to be sharing this with you. And yes. Okay, so the first question is a truth that will set you free. So what came through was the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Is it in the frame? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's start, shall we? So, for a lot of you, I would say, for the majority part of you who picked this reading, a truth that is going to set you free is that you actually have more power than you realize. Okay, and I know that the Eight of Swords is in the reverse, but the very first thing that I got was you have the power to move through any situation that you want to. Okay, even if it's something that you think it's very stressful, or you think that it's very negative, or it's very challenging and turbulent to you, but actually it is something that can be resolved right now in the current situation that you are in. Okay, whether is it you are overthinking things, or whether is it you're letting your mind, your ego get to you, you have so much power. You have the free will to actually remove the blindfolds from your eye and to just remove the sword one by one. You have the ability to do that, and I'm sure that this is something that you're not really, like, you understand it, I feel like, but you are not necessarily doing the work. Okay, because the Eight of Swords in reverse tells me that you may be realizing that you are actually the one keeping yourself stuck and trapped, but you don't really want to do the work, or you don't really want to move forward and take action. And this is actually really, really sad, because look, she's covered by blindfolds, but actually she can easily remove the blindfolds from her eyes. Her hands are actually really not that tied up, actually, and the swords that she covered herself in is actually something that can be unplugged once she starts removing the blindfold. But she doesn't really want to do that. She just wants to keep herself stuck, maybe in her comfort zone. And maybe you could be very stuck in your comfort zone right now, that you are not willing to move forward because you think that the road in front of you is very scary, or it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. And I feel like Archangel Michael wants to tell you that, hey, the past is over. Whatever it is that you think is going to happen is not going to happen anymore. And I know that you can feel it deep within you. A new world is opening up for you. And the new world is not going to be so scary as you think, because there's so many beautiful blessings and abundance that is waiting for you to uncover, waiting for you there in the future. But if you are going to consistently keep yourself stuck, how can you see the beautiful future that Archangel Michael wants to co-create with you even? And I really feel like he really wants to comfort you through this situation that you are in. Okay, whether is it you are keeping yourself stuck in your ego, in your fears, or whether is it in a current situation that you might think that there is no solution anymore, or that there is nothing that I can do anymore. And I feel like Archangel wants to tell you that, hey, all of this is all self-created fears. Is all being driven by your limiting beliefs and your ego. Ask yourself, do you really believe that this is the end? Do you really believe that, I have no future, or that I can't create anything anymore? Or is it really just what is being created by my fears because of past situations? Because I can see that the past really hurt you deeply here, Pao-Tu, and I totally acknowledge that. It's not easy. It's not easy when people say that, oh, just let go of the past, it's really not that big of a deal, really. If it really would be so easy to move on from the past, we are not going to suffer that intense, we are not going to suffer that intensely, isn't it? And I totally acknowledge that. Okay, and Archangel Michael wants to tell you that, hey, take all the time you need. Okay, and if let's say I'm getting like somebody wants to have a conversation with their ego, like wants to tell their ego to like fuck off, and like to just stay in your lane, don't distract me. And yes, do all that you can to ask your ego to quiet down, okay? But Archangel Michael also wants to say that you don't have to fight force with force, okay? Sometimes giving some love and compassion to your ego is also it can also work wonders, okay? We don't have to fight fire with fire at times. We don't need to be very forceful, very aggressive. Sometimes being able to just accept that, hey, our ego is actually just a little baby. It wants us to look at it. It wants us to acknowledge it like, hey, I totally understand your reasons. I know that you're trying to protect me, but you are not going to keep me stuck here anymore. I'm not going to be here, continuously stuck on the past, continuously, keep myself trapped in my comfort zone, keep myself trapped in my mind that is just closing the doors that Archangel Michael wants to bring to me. Like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, sometimes being patient, being kind is all that you need, Pao Tu. Okay, and this is the truth that he wants to set you free from. Because I keep hearing like you have the power, you have the power, you have the power. And even surrender as well. So this could be like, there is another group of people. It might not resonate with you. I feel like this could be for another group of people that picked this pile, which is surrender. And what I mean by surrender is not by surrendering to your thoughts, but surrendering to Archangel Michael. So what I mean here is surrender your thoughts to him. Whatever fearful, self-limiting beliefs you have created, give it up to him. Offer it to him. And Archangel Michael, can you please take my pain away? Can you please take my worries away? I'm going to ask for this from Archangel Michael. I'm going to say, hey, Archangel Michael, can you please help to take away the worries and fears of Pao Tu? And you can do that for yourself as well. Surrender. Okay, surrender it to him, because I feel very strongly that he wants to take away all of your pain, all of your worries, all of your fears, all of your anxiety, because he sees that that's not the real you. That is just the you that is just afraid. And he really wants to. Exactly, this is why the reading, it's called A Truth That Will Set You Free, because this is what will set you free. This is what will set you free, Pao Tu. Okay, give up. Surrender your notions of life, trusting your angels, trusting Archangel Michael, trusting that he will be beside you, however you want to co-create with him. He will be walking beside you. All you have to do is ask and trust. He's not going to do that for you. You have to ask. We all live on a free will place, He's not going to interfere unless you ask for him. Because I can see that he wants to help you really deeply. And he can sense that, he can sense the pain and the worries that you're in. It's not true. It's just an illusion. But are you willing to take the blindfolds off? That's up to you. Because no amount of advice, no amount of advice, would be able to help unless you want to do it for yourself, unless you truly want to free yourself. Okay, now is the time. Allow him to take your pain away. He wants to do that for you. Surrender. And this might, okay, I know that I just mentioned that, this may not resonate with a lot of people, but it could be. Okay, it could be. So yeah. Please. He doesn't want to see you living in worries and stress and anxiety. Can you see the beautiful blessings that he wants to bless you with, which I'm going to talk about later? Because the more you release and allow him to take away your pain, the more you can start to be living a more fulfilled life, the life of your dreams. And I'm getting like, for a lot of you, this could be like one of your darkest moments, is what I'm hearing. I can see from that little girl's facial expression, she looks really afraid. She looks really scared. I understand, I know. Okay, and this is not an easy process. I totally understand that, and I'm really sorry. And Archangel Michael, he wants to send you a lot of love, and this is what he wants me to tell you. That whatever challenges and obstacles you are currently facing, please know that this is only temporary, and this temporary is only based on when you are willing to come out of your shell. When are you willing to come out of your mind? Okay, your fears basically have really kept you stuck. And look, and in all of humanity, look at a lot of us humans. We have been stuck in fear for a very long time. It's been so deeply conditioned in our system. It's really scary, isn't it? But that's not what he wants you to. That's not the life that he wants to see you live in. Insert so much misery. Because he can see that you are really miserable right now, Pao 2. Whatever you have been keeping yourself stuck, okay, in whichever challenge and obstacles, talk to him. Tell him that, hey, Archangel Michael, I'm really stuck in this situation. Are you able to help me with it? Can you please help me with the situation? Like, pray. Ask for his help. I'm very sure that he's hearing. He's hearing constantly. Okay? He wants to take, I know I've been repeating this, but he wants to take away your worries and pain. Allow him to, Pao 2. Okay? So that's the reading for a truth that will set you free, and I really hope that Pao 2 will bring you a little bit of comfort, and I really hope that I can help you as much as Archangel Michael wants to. So it is totally up to you, okay? There is no force here. It's all up to your free will. Okay, so next question is, how is he protecting you? And we have the Knight of Cups. So, okay, oopsie. Cool. Is it in? Okay, yes, it is. Cool. So the Knight of Cups. The first thing I heard was knight in shining armor. So he could be your protector, your defender. Horses could be significant to you. Or Archangel Michael may come in the form of horse. I feel like he's protecting you. This is a very interesting message. Okay, I feel like you might fall into people who are not of your highest good. So that means people who wants to harm you. And I feel like he's protecting you from people like this. I know this is a very weird interpretation of the Knight of Cups, but this is how I read, so take what it resonates for you. And I feel like you might be, okay, and I say this in the most loving sense, you might be, I'm so sorry if this can be really triggering, but you might be gullible, okay, or you might, like, he might see you as like as somebody who, like Archangel Michael, he might see you as somebody who is like very innocent, very pure. And this is what he wants to protect you. Like, he wants to protect the purity of your heart. He wants to protect you from like the scam or like the evil eye or like people who wants to do harm to you. Like, he's very fiercely protective of you. He doesn't want, people who have like a very charming physical appearance, and you might be drawn to that at first glance, but actually they are just here to take advantage of you or use you and exploit you. And Archangel Michael, he really wants to protect you from that. Okay, and I feel like he will consistently send you signs and synchronicities, like for example, for people you might be in relationship with, but actually is not of your highest good, or like the ones that you interact with, or call them your friend, or call them your community, or call them your group, call them your, basically whoever you call them to. And I feel like he really wants to protect you. He wants to protect your circle. He only wants the best of people, the ones who truly are for your highest good, the ones that truly do love and accept you for who you are. He wants to send you these types of people into your life. That's why I feel like for many of you, okay, that could be like a huge clearance of your circle. Like there are people that just fall out of nowhere, or you could be having conflicts and all that stuff, and this is how is Archangel Michael protecting you from, because these people are not of your highest good, and you may not be seeing that at the moment, but he knows, and this is what he wants you to know. Because some people, you know, they may treat you really well, they may look good, okay, or they may be perfect, okay, they may look too good to be true, and this is what he wants to protect you. This is how he protects you, basically. Like he protects you from people who has a very charming facade and who just get close to you because they want something from you, they want to manipulate you, they want to exploit you. That's the reason why they come close to you, and this is how he wants to protect you. Okay, like I said, he only wants the best of people to come into your circle because he knows how good you are. That's the thing. He can see that you are very loyal, you are very devoted, you are very innocent. Okay, you are just like a, I don't know why I'm getting this message, but you are like a little girl in, you're like a little girl or like little boy. Okay, this is not going to be gender specific, I'm sorry. Yeah. But you might be a little girl, little boy in Archangel Michael's arms. I don't know why I'm getting this message, but yeah, this is why there's like a daddy or like fatherly energy here in terms of how he wants to come through right now, because he's like, yeah, don't you touch her. You know, he's like a strong protector of you. And you might not even realize it, okay? Because sometimes you might engage with people that are not really that great, or like you might not see through the charming facade of someone, you know. They may act like this, you know, they may act like your soulmate, or they may act like, oh, you know, I'm here to give you all of the love and loyalty and devotion, but actually it's just fake. It's actually just fake. Yeah, it's not real. Like it's not true. It's just something that wants to bring you out of your path, or bring you out of your fate with actually the real ones. And this is how he's protecting you. Oh, this is really sweet, Archangel Michael. Thank you. What else? Let's see. How is Archangel Michael protecting people from pile number 2? I feel like he's also protecting you in ways where you might not even realize. Because like I said, he's kind of like a quiet knight in shining armor, honestly. Like he's not really vocal about these things. You may not even realize it. Okay, or I'm getting like some tower moments that you might gone through, or you have been through, or you might have just went through, that is incredibly painful for you, because you have started to see the real, like the truth of some people, and it hurts you really deeply. And I feel like Archangel Michael, he can see your pain. Okay, he can feel your pain really deeply. You know, once you feel pain, he is in pain with you too. Okay, please don't think that, you know, oh, I'm in pain and like, you know, whichever deity or gods or goddesses you believe in, spirit, please don't think that they are laughing, or like they're just looking at you like, oh, why are you crying? Like, no, absolutely not. When you are happy, they are happy. When you are incredibly devastated, they are in pain with you. Absolutely. You don't have to be afraid of the pain, because this is what it is, that you need to purge out this energy in order for you to actually attract the highest and most beautiful people that are meant to be in your life. I feel like there's something that wants to come through, but I can't really remember. Let's see, Archangel Michael, I want to see how else are you protecting people from pile. How else are you protecting pile number 2? Yeah, I feel like that's all, honestly. Like, he just wants to protect the goodness of your heart. He wants to protect the purity and the innocence of your heart, because he knows, especially in terms of love and relationships, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, it doesn't have to be romantic, because he can see that you get hurt very easily, or like you can be manipulated very easily. I'm so sorry, Pao 2, but yeah. And this is what he is protecting you, especially from the people that are just, they look really serious, or you think that, they are the one, or you think that, oh, no, but they treat me really well and all that stuff. But actually, Archangel Michael, heaven, God, they can see everything. They can see what they are hiding from you. They can see, basically the truth of everything. Like, justice is in your favor here. Because, like I said, you have a full heart. You have a heart of gold. You have a heart of love and compassion. And he doesn't want you to be worn out. Like, he doesn't want your heart to be, how should I put this? He doesn't want you to be hurt by those people that doesn't have the purest of intentions towards you. Yes. Because he can see that, once you get betrayed, or once your heart is really, really fully hurt, you can get really, really closed off to everything. Basically, even the blessings that you want, you can, even with the love and relationships that you want, you may be closed off, your heart chakra may be closed off. So I feel like what he can do, like the most he can do by protecting you, is actually just letting those people fall away. Or I feel like you might realize that all of a sudden, like the people, like the person, or like the group, the community, whatever it is, that you once knew, they might just like all of a sudden you might not really resonate with them, you might not really resonate with them. Or like all of a sudden you just get like a download, or like a message that, oh, these people are not meant for you. Or like you get into a conflict with them, you get into a disagreement with them, you don't really want to tolerate them anymore, is what I'm getting. And these are signs from Archangel Michael. So do take a look out on that, okay? These sudden changes are not just sudden changes. These are just them revealing themselves only. So you can be sure that Archangel Michael, he's consistently protecting you and defending you, okay, from the people that are very harmful, people that are very manipulative, because he, like I said, you have a very pure heart, Pao. You truly do. You truly do. He doesn't want your heart to be so closed off, because like I said, it takes a lot of the time. And sometimes, betrayal wounds can really, really sting your heart and soul. And he can see that it takes a lot of time for you to heal from that. This is why, especially from the past, okay, you might see things falling apart all of a sudden, especially in terms of the circle that you're in. And in the future, don't worry, he's blessing you. Okay, ooh, I'm even going into the blessing, but he's blessing you with the most beautiful people that match up to the purest, the genuine, the authentic, the sincerity of your heart, because that is what your heart deserves. You can be sure of that. Okay, Pao 2. So, such a beautiful reading. I love this. Okay, last question is, how is he blessing you? So we literally have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, what is Archangel Michael? Oh, how is Archangel Michael blessing you? So I feel like he wants to bless you with a lot of freedom. Because we can see like with the Four of Pentacles upright, right? Someone who actually is very stable and secure in themselves. But in the reverse, it kind of feels like really like you don't like to be in a very secure environment. And what I mean by that is that you don't like to work like a rigid job, for example 9 to 5, or just following society's expectations or like traditions that we were being passed down by our ancestors and generations. But that is not for you. I feel like what he wants to bless you with which is a lot of freedom, okay, and that you can actually take the amount of money or like the amount of success that you have, take it all around with you, like for example by traveling all around the world or by just doing the things that you love, because this is what he knows that you want, okay? He can feel it in your soul that this is what you genuinely want. You don't want to stay stuck in a place for a very, very long time, or you just don't want to be very rigid in your environment. You just don't like to be rigid in your routine. You like to play around, you like to have fun, you like to be free, you like to roam around, you like to meet different people, you like to be in environments that inspire you, that you are incredibly passionate about, or that basically the things that you want to experience. He's gonna bless you in this lifetime, okay? This is very, very beautiful. And I also feel like with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse is that what he wants to bless you with is a life of financial freedom, okay? He doesn't want you to just stay stuck here doing the same thing all over and over and over again. And I also feel like he wants to bless you with like basically your generosity. And what I mean by that is that he wants to bless you with people that are incredibly generous and you can be generous with. So because what he can see right now is that you might be holding on to things really tightly. Like I said, the Eight of Swords came through. You might be really afraid of like letting go, or you might think that, oh, once I let go, I'm not going to receive like the same thing over and over and over again, or like it's like you are, excuse me, you are consistently living in like a state of lack mindset. There is like something that you have to take note of, because look at the Four of Pentacles. He's like sitting on the Pentacles. He don't want people to just touch his things like very easily, and I totally get that, okay? It's very important to be assertive and to protect your money and your resources and opportunity and basically your finance. But he doesn't want you to hoard everything to yourself, okay? And I feel like he blesses you with the ability to be generous with yourself, okay, to splurge on yourself and with others. And I feel like this is a really great gift, because money is energy, right? Abundance is energy. The more you are grateful, the more you are grateful of what you have, the more Archangel Michael, the more God, heaven wants to bless you with more. And I feel like this is something that you might be, okay? You might be someone who is into charity, or you might be somebody who is very, very generous with their friends and their families and basically your loved ones, or like to humanity in general. And this is what he wants to bless you with, because he doesn't want you to just hoard resources. He doesn't want you to stay the same. He wants you to give with an intention of not wanting to receive it back. Of course, how should I put it? But I mean, it's totally okay to want something back. It's totally okay to want to receive, but the intention is very important. Let's say when you give to others, let's say if you donate something to charity, and you have that mindset, oh, if I donate this, then that means I'm going to receive something back, then the intention is not really that right, isn't it, Pao 2? So I feel like he wants to bless you with the ability to be generous without really having the intention of wanting to receive anything back. Of course, you're going to receive something back. He's going to bless you with so much more, Archangel Michael, but he doesn't want you to just have a very limited mindset. Oh, if I help this person, if I do this, if I do good things, it's going to come back to me in tenfold. Like, he doesn't want you to have that kind of mindset. He doesn't want you to have the intention. He just wants you to be generous, to give without any intentions, to give without any expectations. And this is what he wants to bless you with, because he can see that you have a very generous soul. I don't know if you know this about yourself, but you are a very generous soul. Okay, you are not stingy, you don't just hold things into yourself. But I feel like right now, whenever you're watching this, you might be operating under a lack mindset. Okay, you might be afraid of, like, once I let go, or once I just unfold my arms on this pentacle, it's just going to fall off. But no, it will not. Okay, this is what Archangel Michael wants me to tell you, which is that he doesn't want you to just stay stuck in that fear-based mindset, that Eight of Swords energy. He wants you to open up to life more, so that he can co-create an abundance life with you, because that's what he wants to do with the Four of Pentacles. Because look at all of the apples. This person looks like she's on top of a tree. And I feel like what he wants to bless you with so much financial stability. And I know that I mentioned stability in the present. What I mean by stability, financial stability, is we all need financial stability, right? We all need financial security. What he means is that in the beginning, when I mentioned about stability, is that basically your day-to-day routines, or what you want to achieve, what you want to do. And this is very different from financial stability, because financial stability is when you know that you have more than enough. You know that you can share your wealth, you can share whatever it is that you want without having to be afraid that, I don't have any more. Because he doesn't want you to live in this kind of mindset. He wants to bless you with, like, hey, the more you give, the more you're going to receive. The more you are generous, the more you give without any expectations, the more he's going to bless you with. And that is the beauty of it. Because like I mentioned, the intention is very important. Right? You can't just expect that, hey, Archangel Michael, so you say that if I give, that means I'm going to receive more, right? Okay, so that's why I'm going to give. Then, honestly, that's not the kind of mindset that he wants to live you in, because this is still giving in a way where you have expectations. Okay, and it's time for you to live in a more generous way, because this is what he wants to bless you with. I also feel like he wants to bless you with, like I mentioned, financial stability, wealth, resources, opportunities. Once you have that to yourself, and you can graciously give it to others, you can share with others very easily. I'm thinking about like a Christmas event, we exchange like gifts and presents, right? And even though we don't know what we receive is going to be something that we like, but the most important thing is that this exchange of gift is just like an event. It's just something that is like, oh, the reason why I want to give you this gift, on your birthday, or basically any occasion, it doesn't have to be Christmas, is because I really enjoy giving you this. This is the reason why I want to give you this. And okay, this comes with like nuance. Let's say if you're like in a romantic relationship, or like say if you're in a romantic relationship, or in a familial or biological, what am I saying? Or like you're in a familiar relationship, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with asking people for gifts, asking people for present. What I mean is that, let's say if you're like in a community, and like we exchange gifts, or like, and I feel like the most important thing is like your heart, it's like, what is it that you really want to give, the reason why you want to, give presents and all that stuff is because you just want the other person to be happy, even though you might not know if whether or not they receive your present, they are going to be happy. But let's be real here, okay? When the present is theirs, they can do whatever it is that they want with it, okay? Unless this relationship is very close and dear to you, unless this person is somebody who, like, it's someone who's family, or romantic or platonic, someone that you're very, very close with. Otherwise, if it's like colleagues, like work, or like a social group or communities that you are giving, then I feel like the most important thing is your intention. Like, at least that's my personal opinion, okay? I don't know how you see that, but that's just my personal opinion. Maybe some of you, you like to give, you like to ask others what they want before giving them a present, because you want them to be happy with what they give. I do that too, I do that too, especially with my close bonds. But if it's somebody whom maybe I'm not really that close with, it's just like a normal, colleague or friend or work relationship, then maybe, like, we are not really that affected, whether or not they like or dislike that present, okay. Enough with the gift giving, but that is just what I see here with how is Archangel Michael blessing you, especially with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And okay, there's another thing that is coming through. I feel like Archangel Michael also wants to bless you with people, basically people who have a lot of resources, and people who have a lot of wisdom, and people who are just really generous with their time, with their energy, and with their, basically people who are generous, okay? And I feel like this is what Archangel Michael wants to bless you with, because he can see that, sometimes you can be really alone, you can be really isolated, and that he doesn't want you to feel this way. He wants you to know that, an exchanging of time or gift of energy is a huge blessing. Okay, energies that are being reciprocated, of course, that's being exchanged. Energies that are being exchanged that two parties, are willing to give to each other. Not just one party is just receiving and the other person is just giving and giving and giving. That's just so freaking unfair, right? And I feel like he wants to bless you with like reciprocal relationships. And that is the beauty of you knowing that, hey, wow, when I give out to someone, or when I give out to this community, I actually do receive something back. It's not something that happened in the past when I give and give and give, and like the other person expects me to give more and act as if like I'm not giving, like what I give was never enough to them. And no, because you can literally just throw that mindset behind, because beautiful blessings are definitely coming. I know I mentioned this quite a lot of times, but it is true. He wants to bless you with a lot of people, mainly people who are generous, and I feel like it reflects the energy that you have within yourself. If people can be generous to you, of course, okay, not people can be generous to you, but if people are generous with you, you can actually see that, that, hey, I'm actually worthy. I'm worthy of receiving, I can accept their love graciously. I don't have to feel guilty and ashamed of that, and that I can actually open myself up more too. I don't have to stay stuck here. I don't have to just keep everything to myself, because there is actually somebody out there that matches the energy, that matches the generous energy that I have, and that is very beautiful. And this is what he wants to tell you, and he wants to bless you with. Okay, Pile 3, I know that this can seem a little bit messy, so please take what it resonates for you, please. Okay, and if it doesn't, check out another pile. Cool. Yeah. Yes, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. Cool. Anyways, we have the 3 cards from Archangel Michael Oracle deck, and actually I got 4 cards from pile number 1, so it's okay, It doesn't matter. Archangel Michael loves all of you unconditionally. It's just, there are just more messages that needs to come to Empower One. So please, you don't have to be upset and all that stuff. Anyways, we have regain your focus. Ooh. These are like additional messages that Archangel Michael wants to say to you that I may not be able to channel it properly. So yes, regain your focus. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. Yeah, so there are a lot of archangels around you, and we literally have the Ace of Swords here. So I don't know you, because actually Ace of Swords came through in Power 1, so you might be drawn to Power number 1. I don't know. Okay, take what resonates for you. Next we have welcome abundance into your life. Exactly what I was saying with the Four of Pentacles. There is a lot of, I don't think I actually mentioned abundance, right? But yeah, there is a lot of prosperity that is on its way to you, and this is what Archangel Michael wants to bless you with. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. The more you allow yourself to give without expecting anything in return, the more abundance, okay? The more resources, it can come to you. And abundance doesn't have to be just money. It can be anything, okay? I know that money is very important in our life, but honestly speaking, money is not the one. Money is a part of abundance, but it doesn't contain all of, it is not just, but it doesn't fulfill all of the meaning of abundance, okay? I don't know what I'm saying, but whatever. Cool. We have don't give up on love. Exactly. Beautiful. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Yay. Beautiful, beautiful energy. But as you can see, there is a lot that he wants to bless you with. Okay, don't give up on love. So a relationship you really cherish, that could be something that is really hurting you in your heart chakra, that you might still be stuck in. And Archangel Michael wants to let you know that, hey, the more you surrender and give up your worries and pain to me, the more I can bring you the people that are the most authentic, because you deserve what it is. You deserve what it means to really, really receive unconditional love. Maybe what you have received from your childhood has been conditional love. You thought that love had to be earned. You thought that love had to be worked for, but actually no. Just like abundance, abundance is actually your birthright. Okay, you already deserve abundance, and you are abundance yourself. Okay, just like what I mentioned with the Four of Pentacles, you don't have to be afraid not having enough, because the more you show gratitude, the more you are open with your heart chakra here, and don't close yourself off. Okay, don't close yourself off completely. At least allow yourself to have some hope, and know that Archangel Michael is consistently with you, and he's always working with you to bring you the blessing that you truly, truly deserve. And we have regained your focus here with trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. I feel like there's something that, like I said, you could be really stuck in your mind. You are not sure, whether should I move forward or whether should I just really stay stuck here. You already know that you need to move forward, but you are just so scared and so afraid. And allow Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael to help you with this. Okay, so that's all that I have for you here. Thank you so much, part 2. And I don't know if I brought this message out really clearly, but yeah, do leave me a comment, and please remember that love and respect is very important, especially in my own community that I'm creating. And yeah, do share your comments and share whatever it is that you want to share. This is a safe space for you to share, but always remember to be loved and respectful and kind to each other, always. So thank you so much for your reading, and if you're interested, you can definitely check out my other readings and like and subscribe for more in the future. And this is my first time promoting my podcast, so if you're interested, please check out my podcast, Life by Pam podcast. It's available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Thank you so much to Spirit and the universe for allowing me to read, allowing me to channel messages for you. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm sending you love and energy, and I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi, welcome back, pile number 3. And if you picked this image of Archangel Michael, then this is going to be your reading for today. And I'm just so glad, and I really do thank you, for allowing me to read for you. And yeah, before I start this reading, I just need to make sure that you know that this is a collective reading, right? So not all messages are going to resonate for you. So please take responsibility for yourself. And if you know that this reading is not going to resonate, you can check out other piles, or you can check out my other readings, or you can check out other amazing tarot readers out there on YouTube or any other platform that you want to, okay? So I just want to let you know, and please take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't, okay? So I'm going to start by putting this aside first, but look at this, Archangel Michael. I don't know why I'm getting this message of some of you might go to the gym, you might love working out, you might have strong biceps. I don't know why I'm getting that message, but yeah, you could really resonate with Archangel Michael. He's like a strong defender and protector of yours, and maybe this is your call, to work with him as well, because he can really give you the kind of courage and strength that you might need at this stage of your life right now. So yeah, Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can see it, I'm actively working on the situation, and I'm here and helping you. And please know that Archangel Michael loves all of you unconditionally, okay? He's a protector of truth, of any kind of truth that you believe in, as long as it is unconditionally loving, okay? So I'm gonna put this aside, and okay, let's see. I'm gonna put this aside, and okay. So for the first question, is going to be a truth that will set you free, okay? A truth that will set you free. Okay, so interestingly, we have 2 cards only for this group. For the other groups, I think I just got like 1 card. So yeah. So the first one, we have the Ace of Swords in the upright and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So for pile 3, okay. A truth that will set you free. I feel like this truth is something that you might already realize it within your conscious mind, because this is something that is, because we literally have 2 aces here. So aces represent like new beginnings, something new in your life, something that you're meant to start, either a creative project or like a truth that you're meant to see in something or someone, or that Archangel Michael, he's gifting you with the ability to, I'm getting your third eye, so your third eye could be really open, or your throat chakra could be really significant in order for you to speak out something or do something, okay? So this Ace of Wands here, it could be some creative inspiration, it could be some idea, Actually, I feel very called to share this story because one of my friends, she's also very stuck in her life right now, and she doesn't know which direction she wants to go. She's very fixated in just like one direction. And I told her that, hey, maybe there are other creative ideas, there are other creative pursuits that we are meant to pursue, and maybe this is your side, like whichever idea, whichever passion you feel called to, this is what is going to bring you the most abundance, and this is what is going to bring you the most fulfillment, I would say. And I feel like this is the truth that you are meant to, a truth that is meant to set you free right now, because maybe you have been hesitating, or you don't know if this is something that is going to bring you like future abundance, right? You don't know if I'm able to persist. But Archangel Michael is here to tell you that, hey, whichever creative idea, whichever creative spark, okay, it doesn't have to be like, for example, like a content creator, like an artist, right? And it doesn't have to be that, okay? It can literally be anything. Maybe it's something related to your family. Maybe it's something that you are meant to speak up on. Maybe it's something that you have been holding it for a very, very long time. And I know that I've been probably interfering in your readings, but I just want to say that, you know, last night, my best friend and I, we had like a very, like we had a tough conversation, I would say, and it is something that is needed to bring us closer together, right? Otherwise, we will just be harboring resentment, and the both of us didn't even know that, hey, we are actually doing something that unintentionally hurt the other person, and the connection was full of resentment, you know, and we literally just engaged and we talked about it really strongly, and yeah, it actually made our friendship even closer, and I'm just so glad to be able to have this situation. I'm just so glad that we're able to talk things through, you know, like we are able to listen, we don't get defensive, we don't blame shift, you know, we can just talk like basically anything in our lives. And I feel like maybe this could be your sign, is to be able to, you know, talk things through with probably your family or your friends or your loved ones, maybe like a coworker and stuff like that. And yeah, maybe this is something that is being brought to your attention because you might be running away from it, or you might not even want to. And I'm also getting with this Ace of Wands in the reverse is that, you know, because it's like a creative idea, it could be your life force energy coming back to you. So something that has kept you stuck, okay, that has kept you stuck for a very, 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 very long time. And I feel like this is meant for you to move forward, because look at the wands actually blooming with different kinds of flowers. We have pink flowers literally, and I feel like this creative spark or creative idea, or it doesn't have to be creative, it can be any idea that you have that is just really bugging you, I would say. Like it's like you can't seem to shake it off, okay? And I feel like this could be your calling, this could be your sign to actually move forward with it, and that your new beginning is just right in front of you, right in front of your nose, and you might not even realize it, okay? Some of you might be consciously recognizing it, and some of you might not. So for this, Archangel Michael wants to tell you that the power is in your hands. Look at the hands holding the wand and the sword itself, you know, like you have the power to see through anything. Okay, and I'm getting, for some of you, this might not resonate for a lot of you, but some of you could be in the spotlight. Some of you could be a celebrity, or you could be becoming a celebrity. You know, a celebrity doesn't have to be like actor or actresses or like an idol, like you don't have to. You could be someone that is meant to be in the spotlight, I would say. Like you are meant to be recognized, you are meant to be seen, you know, and I'm just looking at the spotlight, you know, shining on like all of the truths, and look at this, there's like glimmers of diamond here. So it could be, you know, you are about to shine, you are about to be seen, you are about to be recognized in some sort of way, in any kind of way, you know. And like I said, this doesn't have to be just a creative idea. It could be, you know, you being in your company, you know, everybody is going to recognize you, everybody is going to see you for your efforts, you know, you are going to rise to a leadership position. Or I'm also getting somebody might offer you like a new idea or like a new collaboration or a new offer that, you know, this person wants to give you something and they don't really want anything in return, you know, it's meant for pure intention. I'm feeling like I'm getting like this is sent by Archangel Michael. So some sort of collaboration or offer, you know, anything, you know, it is really being offered by Archangel Michael right now. It could already happen in your life, or is meant to happen in your life in the future. So I feel like this is a truth that will set you free. And I also feel like some of you might want validation on what is it that you are doing. And Archangel Michael wants to tell you to keep going. Okay, to keep going. To don't give up. As long as you persist, as long as you have patience, and you know that you have the power within you, you hold a sword, you hold a wand within you, you can do anything with it, you can do anything about it, and that you don't have to worry about future abundance. And I know that this is a very different way of thinking from what we are conditioned from an early age, right? But hey, as long as you know that this is what you're meant to do. I'm sure that a lot of you might know, okay, you might already have this sort of spark and inspiration that is just, or like a truth that, or like something like a deep conversation that you're meant to have. Okay, anything, okay, please do it. Either start on it or continue. Like, please don't give up, okay? Because I'm getting, like, for some of you, like I mentioned, you know, you are meant to be seen, you're meant to be in the spotlight, and it's really going to bring a lot of success in the future. And look at all of the feathers around the sword here. It's something that is being guided from the divine. It's something that is okay. So you, it's something like a sign, you know, like a sign from your angels. Okay, you might see like black feathers as well. And black feathers could be like a huge sign for you that Archangel Michael, he's here. Okay, and that you're on the right path. And don't give up. Please continue what you're doing and please act on it. Okay, and I'm also getting, like, for some of you, you might feel really stuck right now. Okay, you already know what you should be doing, but you might be procrastinating, or you are just afraid. Like, you don't know if this is something that it is really meant for you, or you don't know if this will really bring me what I want. But Archangel Michael says, don't fret. As long as you commit to your life purpose, as long as you are working on this, it is going to bring you the sense of fulfillment within you. Okay, and I feel like for many of you, it could be career-wise. Okay, it could be like something like you in a workplace, or it could be you doing something new. Okay, you bringing something out into the world. It could be, okay, or it could be something that a new idea that you're presenting to, like, your higher ups, your management, or like you being seen, or you being recognized for your efforts, you know, or somebody offering you like a new collaboration. Maybe this person really sees your effort and your talents and just wants you by their side. Okay, and like I said, this could be just anything. And I feel like the most important thing is you don't have to fear it. Like, you don't have to be afraid of like what is happening in your life right now, because we literally have the truth here. So you don't have to worry, you know, if this is actually the outcome. Like, this is actually the one that you are supposed to be working on. I'm here to assure you, I'm here to tell you that, hey, you are meant to be working on this. You are meant to. Okay, whichever popped up in your mind right now, whichever came through, please do it. Please continue it. Okay, and that this is something that is, you know, look at this one here, and look at the castle just right behind it. This one is actually taking you to the castle, taking you to where you're meant to belong, taking you where you're meant to be in the future. So there is nothing to be afraid of. Okay, and if you really want some love and validation, Archangel Michael is here to tell you that, hey, rest assured, I'm protecting your path, I'm guiding you, I'm always by your side. You have nothing, literally nothing to be afraid of, as long as you continue focusing, crafting, like whichever it is that you are meant to accomplish. You can be sure that he's by your side. And if let's say if you stray along on your path, you know, let's say if there's something that happened right in your path, you know, maybe there's going to be some challenges and obstacles. It's okay. Keep going. Challenges and obstacles are a part of life. And if, let's say, if you feel like you are not on the right path, ask him for guidance, ask him for signs, because I'm very sure that he will give you signs and guidance. Whether is it through angel numbers, whether is it through like feathers, could be really significant, or like the color blue, maybe it could be really significant as well. Or it could be, I'm getting like the sun shining on you. So let's say, you know, you're out, you are like in nature and all that, you know, and you feel like the sun is just shining on you very strongly. This could be his sign as well. I don't know why I'm getting this, but this is very interesting. But rest assured that, the sun is always going to shine on you, because that is his sign, that is his guidance that, hey, you are meant to do this, you're meant to accomplish this, and you don't have to be afraid that you are not on the right path, because every path that you take, okay, whether you think that, you are going on a wrong direction, or you feel like, hey, I feel like I've kind of diverged from my path, and rest assured, he will always gently and kindly and softly guide you back to your path. Okay? So that is all that I have for you in terms of a truth that will set you free. So the second question is, how is Archangel Michael protecting you? So very interestingly enough, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and actually the Ace of Pentacles came up in this direction. So I want to ask Archangel Michael, can you please tell me if you want this card to be upright or reversed? So I'm gonna just spin it, and I want to see if it's going to be in reverse or in the upright. Okay, no, hold on. Okay, it wants to be in the reverse, so very, very cool. Okay, let's see if it's in the frame. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is just so interesting. You literally have all of the three aces here. So how does Archangel Michael protect you? I feel like he protects the stability of your finance. Okay, because Pentacles represents like abundance and all kinds of abundance, right? It doesn't just have to be like money. And I feel like he protects all forms of abundance that is meant to come in your life. I'm getting, if you feel like you are very stuck, or if you feel like you're receiving like some sort of evil eye, or there's some sort of negativity towards your financial abundance, don't fret, because he is protecting whatever it is that you're meant to receive in this lifetime. Okay, and look at this sturdy pentacles here that you are meant to receive. And I definitely do feel like whatever is it that you have been wishing for, okay, the amount, like the kind of like wealth that you want to have in this lifetime, he is definitely blessing you with that. And look at all of the orange apples, I would say, like, yeah, because I feel like a lot of you, definitely, you are very concerned with your financial situation, and you don't have to worry. You really don't have to worry, because like I said, with the very first, a truth that will set you free is that as long as you continue moving on your path, sorry, I just burped, many opportunities will flock to you. It will. Okay, and this is what he is protecting. He's protecting the kind of basically the kind of resources that you're meant to have, because I feel like whatever it is that you're meant to receive, it's really going to last for a very, very long time. Just like, we have like the tree. Trees are very rooted in the ground, and you might not see it at first. It might not be really visible for you to see it, but actually all of the seeds that you have planted, it is going to bring you the kind of abundance that he wants you to receive. And I feel like let's say if you think, but I did not receive any abundance that I've always wanted, and Archangel Michael wants to tell you that the law of attraction is very important for this power. The law of attraction, because I mean, okay, definitely we all have times of self-doubt, right? We all have times that we doubt ourselves, or that we feel like, this is what we deserve, or we might settle for like the second best, even though we actually deserve like the very first best. So this is something that you might be struggling with self-esteem, self-confidence, which is totally okay, right? We all go through that from time to time. But Archangel Michael is like when you are at the very lowest point or like darkest moments in your life, you might not see the efforts that you have put in. You might not see that actually what is actually coming to you is actually so much more bigger. And the reason why you have to go through this experience is for you to rise up again. It's for you to make you realize that, hey, you know, whatever I think I deserve, actually no, I deserve so much better. Like Archangel Michael, like you think that you are just here, but actually Archangel Michael, he wants you to receive like this, like so much more that you actually think you deserve. And this is not going to be an easy road. I'm going to be very honest here, because from time to time you are going to think that, you know, you want to settle for just this, but actually, you know, this is the top that you are meant to go. Okay, like literally you have like at the top of the tree, you are meant to go up and up and up and up and up, something higher, something even bigger for you. Okay, and this is something that you don't have to worry. Okay, and if you think that, you know, you are in a very bad situation right now, you don't really see like any results, you don't believe it, but I'm here to tell you that no, your purpose is so much more bigger. Okay, I feel like the older you get for this pile, the older you get, the more you're going to receive. Like this, the more financial abundance, the more stability is going to come to you, because whatever like the kind of darkness, the kind of challenges they've experienced is actually, it could be, okay, is actually even more challenging than others. Okay, let's say if other people just have to put in like this amount of effort to get 10 out of 10, you might have to put in like so much more effort in order to get 10 out of 10. Okay, and this is really not to punish you and all that stuff. Like no, Archangel Michael, he wants to tell you that, hey, because you have such a huge purpose here, you are meant to help and guide and lead others into their path. This is why you are not supposed to be selling for less, or like you're not supposed to be having like an amount that you think you should be having, but actually more and more, actually it's just so much more. Okay, and I know that I've been repeating myself, but I feel like this is the kind of assurance that he wants to give you, because even I myself struggle with that from time to time. You know, I might be like, oh, but am I really going to receive, or am I really going to, like, is this really going to happen? Like the kind of like abundance that I wish for, is this really going to happen for me, or am I just daydreaming, or is the universe lying to me, or is Archangel Michael just, you know, lying to me and all that shit? And no, absolutely not. I believe in spirit guides, I believe in the universe, and I know that whatever it is that I'm meant to receive, it is all going to come to me. Especially for this group, okay? You might have a very, like, you might be very spiritual. I'm getting like you might be very, very spiritual. You might be into all of these things. You might be like, your path has never been easy. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Your path has never been easy, and it has always been like, let's say if you want to compare to other, even though I don't encourage you comparing to others, but your path might have been really challenging comparing to like your other peers. Okay, life has not been great to you, but I feel like the older you get, the more mature you get, and the more life experiences you have, the more abundance you are going to receive. And I mean abundance in all forms. Okay, people, connections, money, opportunities, offers. I'm getting like scholarships even. Okay, like whichever you associate abundance with. And you don't have to be afraid of not having enough, because let me tell you, like, wow, it's just, you will think that, I don't know why I'm getting this, like you might think that the universe is kind of crazy, I would say, for like giving you so much. I feel like at the time you might be really overwhelmed with so much gratitude. You might, wow, like is this really for me? Like, is this really what I'm meant to receive? Like, wow, you might be just so overwhelmed, like really overwhelmed. You might not even have the capacity to even hold it in and handle it at first, okay? But as time grows, the more you're going to receive, the more confidence you're going to have. And I'm not trying to say that you're going to attach yourself to like external things, but because you have seen how the universe works, right? Law of attraction, like I mentioned. The higher you grow, the more blessings is going to come in. And this is what he's protecting you. He's definitely protecting your path. He's definitely guiding you throughout your entire life, even. And like the amount of pentacles you're going to hold, it's not just this one pentacle, okay? It's like many, even like 10 of pentacles, even though the 10 of pentacles didn't come through. But this pentacle is also very sturdy. Like I said, it's going to hold you and last you for till your last breath on earth, even. Okay, you never have to worry about money. This group could be, okay, I'm not saying that you could be really financially abundant, but since young, you, like whatever you want, you will get it. Okay, I would put it in this way. Whatever you want, I'm not trying to say that your families are rich or all that stuff, and this might not resonate with everybody, like I said, but for some of you, you might have people around you, or like your parents, or like your caretakers. They love investing their time and energy and resources in you. Okay, and I feel like this might be for some people, okay? And I really do wish you the best, and I really do hope that you will get the abundance that you've always received. And another message is coming through is that with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm getting some of you might still be living in like a fear mindset and like a lack mindset, and Archangel Michael wants you to train your mind and your body for your capacity to hold more. Okay, once you receive something, let's say something that you didn't really expect, okay, let's say like a friend gave you a gift and this gift is like very expensive, or you receive an offer that is just, let's say this person wants to collaborate with you and they maybe offer you like, I don't know, 20,000. Okay, I don't know why this sum is coming through, but they could offer you something really huge and you might not even like, wow, is this really something that you want to offer me? Like, is this really meant for me? Like, you might even question it at first, but slowly but gradually you would really accept it, because you know that, hey, that's what you're worth. And the universe will always reflect the kind of mindset that you have within you. So you have to be very careful, because once you start, lowering your standard, or once you think that, you don't really deserve it, that's when the universe will start to like reflect it back to you, and you'll know. Okay, when you are really in a dark place, when you start to overthink, you start to doubt your self-worth. And it's not to, okay. And I'm not trying to say that once you doubt your self-worth, like, let's say like the price that they offer you, let's say like you're going to collaborate with somebody, right? And let's say if they offer you like 20,000, and it's not to say that, in the middle they are going to like reduce the price, oh, let's change the price to 10,000. Like, no, absolutely not. It's just more of like, let's say more and more people get to know you, more and more abundance you're going to receive. You realize that, hey, it's getting like so much lesser, and maybe this is going to be your sign to work on your self-worth, and to know that, okay, why is the amount so little than what I received initially? Could it be because you don't really believe in yourself, or you might still struggle with, and it's time for you to work with yourself, work with your nervous system, and allow yourself to have the capacity to hold it in. And I know that it's so much more easier said than done. I personally struggle with this so much, so I totally understand this energy, and like I said, I'm not judging you, I'm not shaming you for it. Everybody go through this from time to time, and this is not to shame you for like, oh, shit, the universe doesn't love me anymore, like Archangel Michael doesn't want to give me the financial abundance. No, absolutely not. Once you start to increase your self-confidence, once you start to get back to, hey, I know that I'm worth so much more, I know that I can achieve that for myself, why am I settling for less? and you will notice that this is going to come back up again. Okay, like I said, this is not going to be an easy cycle. Okay, this is, I'm not going to sugarcoat things here. It's not going to be easy. But you pick this group, you are going to do it. You can do it. You absolutely can. There is going to be times of lesson. Always. It's going to like check. So you say, hey, do you really believe in yourself, or are you just like, faking it? Okay, is it just surface level confidence, or is it really deep within you truly think that, yeah, I want more. Okay, I really hope that the universe would give me so much more, and I know that Archangel Michael is blessing me and my financial abundance. And you never have to worry about stability and security at all, because it is going to come to you. And not all at once, but slowly but gradually. Okay, slowly but surely, Archangel Michael is going to like slowly but surely bless you with, okay, this small amount, and it will start to grow and grow and grow, to not overwhelm you. Okay, because once you receive such a huge amount, you might not even get used to it, or you might even push it away even. So this is when it's because deep down you still don't believe it. That's why he doesn't want you to just receive it all at once. He wants to slowly but gradually give it to you. Okay? Okay? So, yeah, that is it that I have with this. What is the question again? Oh, how does Archangel Michael protect you? So he is definitely protecting your path of abundance, because like I said, you have a very high purpose here. You are meant to serve. Okay, you are meant to give and receive. Oh my God, there's another thing that came through, is that once you start receiving abundance, you have to, it's not to say you have to, but remember, money is energy. Okay, once you start to hoard all of the resources to yourself, you might also realize that you might not even receive so much more than you might not receive, what you initially get. So it's very important for you. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my, okay. Okay. Sorry. What is this? Oh, I don't like it. It's disgusting. Okay. Sorry, but cool. Okay. Let me put it here first. Okay. I apologize for that. And yeah, you are going to have to start giving to others. Okay. And you, like I said, you don't have to help every person who needs your help. You're going to be you need to be very, very discerning in terms of who you help. Okay, and that being generous is very important. You can't just hoard all of the resources to yourself. Okay, you can give back to society either by charity, either by I don't know, like helping in organizations that maybe resonate with you, maybe setting up a charity fund, anything. Okay, because the more you hoard your resources, I'm sorry, the more you're not going to really get the kind of abundance that you're going to get. Okay, being able to graciously accept, but at the same time to generously give back. Okay, and like I mentioned, I'm not saying that everybody. I'm not trying to say that I have to give everybody resources when they ask me to. Like, no, absolutely not. Okay, this is not like what I'm trying to say here. No, you have to set a boundary. You got to be very, very careful, because like I said, there are going to be some people that are going to guilt trip you, manipulate you, use you. This is why you're going to be very careful with who you give, like who you are generous with. Let's say your close ones, like your loved ones, basically the people that you love, the people you truly want to give to. Okay, so give to those people, and to help those in need, like the ones that you want to help, the ones that you truly want to help. Okay, that Archangel Michael is not telling you to give away your money that easily, because everybody's abundance is hard-earned. Okay, everybody's money is hard-earned. You don't have to be generous with every person that you meet or every person that comes to you in need. Like, no, you gotta be very discerning in that. Okay, so last but not least, we have, how is Archangel Michael blessing you? Okay, We have the Ten of Swords in reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords in the upright. Huh, this is a very interesting energy. Okay. Cool. So how is Archangel Michael blessing you, Power 3? I feel like a lot of you might engage in unhealthy relationships. You might not be very, wait, hold on, okay. You might not be very clear, or like you might not have the ability okay. There are times when you get hurt really easily by others, or that you don't really know who to trust. You might struggle with opening up a new relationship, or like all kinds of relationship with others. I'm getting like some of you might have avoidant attachments, like you might be afraid of trusting others, and like you don't want to be hurt. So you might be the one hurt others, but that's not your intention, because you might have really strong trust wounds here. And like I said, this is not to shame you or judge you. Everybody has their own wounds to work through. And I'm getting some of you might unintentionally hurt other people. So I feel like, how is Archangel Michael blessing you? Like, this is very interesting. Like, I feel like he blesses you with forgiveness. Blesses you with forgiveness, from others. And blesses you with forgiveness from yourself. Because, like I said, with the Seven of Swords here, sometimes you might unintentionally hurt other people. You might not even realize it. But look at this person's facial expression. This is for some of you, okay? This might not resonate with everybody, but some of you might, like I said, you might have avoidant attachments. You might run away first. But I also feel like if you are able to look into your wounds fearlessly, you are able to sincerely apologize to the other person who you have hurt. Like either, face to face is the best, right? But let's say if you're not in contact anymore, then possibly to their higher self, you are able to let yourself free. Okay, and okay. I'm not trying to say that, okay, the person that you have hurt, okay, this is, like I said, this is for some of you, okay, this might not resonate with everybody, but I'm not trying to say that, for the people that you have hurt, like they are going to forgive you like very easily. No, absolutely not. Whether they forgive is up to them. But I feel like there is a chance that, like, there is like another chance that you might receive. Okay, and like I said, this is not to say that, oh, just because you hurt me, that's all you have to apologize. It's up to whether the person you have hurt accepts your apology. Okay, and like I said, I'm not trying to say that, the person that you have hurt, they are going to like just forgive you that easily. No, absolutely not. Even if you do apologize sincerely, they have the free will to never accept your forgiveness. They have the free will to do that. But I feel like he blesses you with the ability to look to look into your wounds fearlessly, so that you know that, hey, where have I maybe unintentionally hurting other people and myself? Because you can't just care about yourself only, you have to care about other people's feelings too. And I'm not trying to say here that, once you just apologize or like you say, I'm sorry, then you're going to gain the other person's forgiveness. No, absolutely not. I don't condemn any of this behavior, but since this is coming through, then I will have to put like a disclaimer here, okay? Whoever you have hurt, whoever, okay, like for example, okay, I'm giving this very example. Let's say you gossip about someone in the past and right now you feel very guilty about it. And let's say this person knows that you gossip about them. And let's say if you are not in contact with them anymore, then you will apologize to their higher self. Apologize to them energetically. And if, let's say, if this person is someone whom you are in contact with, let's say, and you gossip about them, I'm not trying to say that, you have to apologize to them like face to face. Maybe you don't have the courage to. I do that sometimes. Okay, sometimes I gossip about others. Like back then in the past, I gossiped a lot. And because I'm not in contact anymore, so I will apologize to their higher self. Like I don't meant to gossip about other people. Because personally for me, I don't have the courage to apologize to the people who I've gossiped. And I feel like there is a strong accountability here that you are taking for yourself and for yourself, of course. Okay, and if let's say if this person that you gossiped about is someone whom you are very close with, let's say you gossip about them to others, maybe the first thing you can do is stop gossiping about them. Stop. And number two, maybe assess the entire friendship and situation. Talk to them, maybe. I don't know. Okay, and I'm not trying to say that you have to follow my solutions or whichever it is. But to stop engaging in gossip is the only way that you can really truthfully have a very deep and meaningful conversation and relationship with the other person. Otherwise, the more you gossip about this person to like the other person, let's say, the more you're going to harm this friendship, because the other person is going to be hurt. Let's say if this person finds out about this behavior, what is it that they're going to do? Right? So like I said, we are all human beings. We make mistakes. But I feel like the best way is that once we recognize the mistakes, we stop it. Okay? Either we ask for forgiveness from their higher self, or let's say if you do have the courage enough to tell them like, hey, I've been talking about you like with the other friend, and then let's say if the person like, oh, why? If they get upset, they absolutely have the right to be upset. Of course, they have the right to be upset. Okay, and like I said, if you want to tell them in person, let's say if there's something that they did that hurt you, or vice versa, then let them know. Otherwise, you're just harboring like deep resentment for the two of you, or like the three of you, or whoever you resonate with. This is very interesting, but yeah, I feel like Archangel wants you to bless you with the ability to take accountability for your actions and to be able to have the courage to look at your mistakes and apologize. Either apologize to them face to face and stop engaging in these types of behavior, or apologize to their higher self and just communicate what needs to be communicated. And I know that it's not going to be easy, because sometimes we can just let resentment breed, and then in the end we would just ended up sabotaging the entire relationship. Avoidant attachment is coming through very, very strongly here. I don't know why I'm getting this message, okay, but I'm so sorry. And if this message needs to come through, then I'll allow it to come through. Okay, but like I said, we all make mistakes, but do we allow ourselves to correct that mistake, or are we still making the same mistake over and over and over again? Do we apologize? Or do we just, do we apologize and refuse to engage in the behavior in the future? Or do we just apologize for the sake of apologizing and nothing is changed? And even if you do apologize, like I mentioned, the other person has a right to not accept it. Because what's done, been done. And sometimes it can be really hurtful. Okay, and I'm talking about like close bonds, for example. I don't know, okay, maybe some of you have a lot of friends. Maybe some of you engage in, I don't know, okay, because a lot of people's definition of friendship is just very, very different. And I feel like Archangel Michael also blesses you with the ability to see through whether is this the kind of like support or community or friendship or groups that you want to be in. Because I feel like some of you might be in friendships that are just very, how should I say this, but it's not really meaningful for you, I would say. Like, is this really what you want? He's also blessing you with the ability to self-reflect as well. Like, really able to self-reflect and take accountability for yourself. And to ask yourself, is this the kind of friendship that I want to be in? Right? Because I don't know, maybe some of you really enjoy like surface level friendship. Okay? And no judgment, no shame here. It's totally okay. But Archangel Michael, he definitely blesses you with the ability to, like I said, reflect. Is this really the kind of friendship that you want for your entire life? Just things that are surface level, friends that are just surface level, or love that is just the only love that is just, I don't know, like situationships. Do you not want to have like a true, meaningful, deep connection with someone? What is it that you're running away from? Like, you got to be very clear on that. Like, what is it that you need to heal? Otherwise, you're just going to repeat the same patterns like over and over and over again. And if you're just hurting someone, do you apologize? Do you take accountability? Or do you just run away and act as if like nothing happened? Because that is only going to harm your close bonds, your relationships basically. And the universe will reflect that by giving you like more and more surface level friendship. More and more friendship that doesn't resonate with what your soul truly desires. Because I can see that, you know, you yourself are hurting yourself too. Look at all of the swords being in the person's body. Actually, you're hurting deep down, isn't it? In order for you to truly recognize your behaviors, you're going to have to make a change. What is it that you're really avoiding? Or what are you so scared of the other person finding out about you? What are you so scared about? Are you afraid of being vulnerable? In order for you to have a close bond, you gotta have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And I totally understand that a lot of us, you know, we have been hurt so many times. I totally understand this energy. Like I said, I'm not blaming and shaming or any one of you. Like, no. This is just to make you recognize that, you know, the more you close yourself off, the more avoidant you are not going to get the kind of relationships that you desire. I can see you, you know, being very, like, let's say if you're alone, like you are very hurt within. You don't know what to do, you don't know what is going on. You're just so scared and so afraid. And maybe this is the first step that you can take, is to be honest and vulnerable with yourself, with what is it that I truly want? Where have I made a mistake? Maybe you are jumping from relationship to relationship, situationship to situationship, friendship to friendship. That with different person but just the same patterns. This is for some of you, and I feel like this is for, there's another energy and another message that's coming through for a large part of you, I would say, is that a lot of you have been hurt by other people, definitely. And a lot of people just walk away from you, or like they just don't give a shit, basically. They ended up hurting you, and then they just walked away. And I feel like Archangel Michael is definitely blessing you with the ability to forgive yourself, okay, to really forgive yourself for allowing this to happen, you know, because a lot of times these types of things happen and then we start to blame ourselves for it, right? But he doesn't want you to blame yourself. He wants you to take the lesson and move forward with it. Because like I said, he can see that you are hurting really deeply. And he doesn't want you to just stay stuck in the past. He doesn't want you to just think that, oh, so that's it. So that's the kind of relationship I'm going to settle with. So that's the kind of people that I deserve. Like, no, absolutely not. It's actually to show you, you know, how you may be very overgiving. Okay, a lot of you might be a giver in relationships. You might give and give and give without any boundaries. And that's the reason why, you know, all of these people that came into your life in the past that use you and manipulate you is to help you learn how to set boundaries, is to learn to help you to discern, you know, who is the real gems, who is the one that deserves to be in your life. And I totally understand how difficult this is, because some of you might be closed off or even blocked by love, and all kinds of love, okay? And I feel like Archangel Michael, he wants to bless you with the ability to look in the truth in somebody, because he doesn't want you to go through the same patterns again and again. He knows that you deserve someone, you know, who is honest, who is truthful, who is able to communicate with you directly, who doesn't hide anything from you, who is, you know, who listens, who has empathy, who has self, like someone who takes accountability, basically. And you are going to get that. But if you are stuck in the past, then how are these relationships going to be given to you, isn't it? And I feel like there are going to be a lot of people, like I mentioned, with the how does Archangel Michael protect you? There are going to be a lot of people that are going to flock to you in the future. And the more he's blessing you with the ability to discern, because you have had past experiences of people coming to you with not the right intentions, right? And this is why you're able to see, you're able to learn through life experiences and challenges. This is what he's blessing you. He's blessing you with the ability to look through the surface in somebody, and to look at the lessons and experiences that you have learned, because the Ten of Swords in the reverse always gives me a vibe of an ending, like an ending of some sort. Like he's able to give you signs and symbols of like who is the one that is actually decepting you, who is the one that doesn't deserve to be in your life. And actually you can just cut and walk away from, actually. The ones that you know are just not meant for you, you know. You can just walk away from it, honestly. I know that this may seem really weird, but he's also blessing you with the ability to, like I said, forgive yourself and forgive others. And it's okay. It's okay if you can't forgive the other person. It's totally okay. The most important thing is you forgive yourself, is to set yourself free. And to know that the betrayal that you have gone through, the abandonment, the isolation that you have gone through is not going to be in vain, because you have already taken those lessons and you already hold it in your hand. You have those within you to help, to protect you in the future. This is for the people who have been hurt by others and have been through like abandonment, betrayal, loss, tragedies. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Pal 3. I'm so sorry. I know that you have been hurt very, very deeply by even the ones that you trust the most. And Archangel Michael, he doesn't want you to dismiss your pain. He wants you to face it and to allow it to transmute it into wisdom. Only if you are ready, okay? Only if you are ready. He doesn't want you to just stay stuck here. And to know that whatever love and relationships that you desire, write it down, talk to him, tell him, okay? I know that for this particular side, the people who have been hurt and betrayed, you already know what you want. You already know that, you are not going to settle for surface level relationships. It's okay, if it's just like, like maybe the people from your workplace, it's okay to just keep things professional. It's totally okay. But what about the ones that you truly want to have by your side? That you want them to be happy for you. You want them to be with you when you're going through tough and dark moments in your life. These are the real gems. They are not jealous of you. They are not in secret competition with you. They want you to win. Okay? They are not going to be, sabotaging you behind your back. And like they are not going to just like say one thing in front of you and then like gossip about you behind your back. You don't want these types of people to be in your life, isn't it? All the more so you got to believe that this is going to be given to you. This is going to be handed to you by Archangel Michael. Okay? Don't give up on love. Don't give up. All kinds of love. Okay, like I said, love doesn't just have to be romantic. And I'm sending you a lot of love, Pal 3. And I'm so sorry for what you have gone through. Okay? And to always know that, Archangel Michael, you will know in your gut, you will know in your intuition who is actually right for you. Because like I mentioned, you have already gained a lot of wisdom and experiences. You have transmuted it into wisdom. You hold the pain in your hands. And I know how difficult that is, but it's also something to be really admired, and I'm really, really proud of you, Pal 3. Okay? The most important thing is to not let these past experiences define your future. And to know that whatever you have experienced is going to come back to you. Like, whatever you have experienced, okay? Just remember that the good ones will come back to you in tenfold. And to not believe in the previous half of your lives, that, the pain, the trauma, the tragedy. Not to ignore them, but to take the lessons and experiences with them, and to allow yourself to open up to a new beginning. Okay? So yeah, and for the ones who have hurt other people, okay, Archangel Michael, he definitely wants you to, allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to take accountability for yourself. Otherwise, the more you do that, the more the universe is going to send more lessons to you. Okay, and that's not an excuse to hurt other people because of your avoidant wounds. It's time for you to look within. And like I said, I'm not shaming you and judging you. Okay, I know that a lot of us, we all have avoidant and anxious attachments within me. Even I do too sometimes. Okay, but you can't just avoid it forever. You will never get to avoid it forever. Archangel Michael, the universe will continue to send you signs and synchronicities, or whichever it is, however it is that you need to learn in order to face your wounds, so that you stop, hurting other people and yourself. and to know that to take accountability for you is one of the most powerful things you can ever do for yourself. Because even if you are happy, like, hey, you know, I didn't get a chance to, or hey, you know, I finally walked away, you know, I can guard myself, you know, I don't have to allow other people to hurt me, but actually you are just hurting other people more and yourself, because you know deep down within what you want, even if you don't consciously recognize it. And this is why Archangel Michael, he's blessing you with the ability to look at your actions, look at how is it that you're hurting other people and yourself, and that's not an excuse. Okay, so yeah, wow, that's a lot of messages today, and I'm just so glad, so happy, so excited to be able to read for you. And I really hope that the messages resonate with you so far. And like I said, if it doesn't, check out another pile, or check out other readings, or check out other amazing readers. Okay, so last but not least, we have additional oracle cards to see what does Archangel Michael have for you. So we have, oh, we have your prayers are being answered. Like I said, you know, he's consistently hearing you. The divine spirit guides, angels, whoever you believe in, they are always listening to you. They are always hearing you. Like, what is it that you have been praying? What is it that you've been wanting? Okay. Next, we have, don't settle for. What did I just mention? What the hell did I just mention? Never ever settle for less, like I said, with the Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. I love when I'm being validated. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Last but not least, we have, don't give up on love. Yes, absolutely. Pile 3. Okay, your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. Okay. Next, we have 10. Don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine, and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Please don't give up. Okay. And lastly, we have, don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. Yeah, basically a summary of what I've just mentioned. Okay. Don't be afraid of praying every single day. Don't be afraid of using, like, you know, the right words, the correct words in order to speak to Archangel Michael, or in order to speak to whichever the source, whichever you believe in. Don't be afraid to speak out loud, okay, of what you truly want, your soul deepest desires, your heart's desires. That is fucking important, okay? And don't settle for less as well, like the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, you thought you are meant to receive just at this stage. You thought you are this, but actually you're so much bigger and much more better than that. You know, like, yeah, exactly. You deserve to have all of your dreams come true, all of the abundance, whatever it is that you've been wishing for, whatever it is that you've been praying for. Please don't be afraid of having your dreams come true. You might have a fear of success or have a fear of failure, but please don't give up. And please don't just let anybody tell you what you deserve or whatever shit, like, no. Okay, like I mentioned, you deserve so much better, even if you think you are here. But let me tell you, Archangel Michael has so much bigger and better plans for you, and I'm sure you know deep down, even though you're not consciously recognizing of that. Okay. Last but not least, we have don't give up on love. Exactly. Don't give up on love and relationships, in whichever form of love, because you are going to get what you want. Truly, your prayers are being answered. Continue manifesting, continue praying, continue speaking out loud to Archangel Michael, to the divine. Always remember that he's consistently hearing you, okay, and that you are blessed, you're protected, and you are guided. Okay, so wow, so that's all for the messages that I have for you today, Power 3. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I really appreciate that, and I'm just so thankful and so grateful to have you here, and you picking me as the tarot reader that I can read for you. I'm immensely grateful, and I'm immensely thankful for everything. And I want to thank Archangel Michael. I want to thank the universe, angels, and ancestors, and your spirit guides for allowing me to read for you, for allowing me to channel messages. I am utterly grateful and thankful. So If you're interested, please like and comment. And subscribe if you want to see further readings from me, the Grown Girl Tarot. And yeah, this is my first time actually promoting, but if you're interested, you can definitely check out my podcast, which is Life by Pam podcast. It's actually available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you can check out if you want to. It's, yeah, basically you can do, like, you can listen and check out whichever you want. Okay, and yeah, thank you so much, pile number 3, and I will see you guys in my future readings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I love you all. Bye.